What link? So if you click on the link in my bio, so if you click on my picture, or on my name, and then click on the picture, and then it'll pull up my profile, click on the link in my bio, and then you'll be able to click on the link there. So is it for 18 and older? Yes, it's only for 18 and older. Okay, here we go. We're gonna just pick a name. All right, so Nicole Love and Light. If you are here, let's do your session. Nicole Love and Light. I'm hoping it's me. Well, it sure is. Welcome. Let's do this. How do I do that? So if here down at the bottom, as long as you follow me, you should be able to click on the button that says guest request, and I'll just like add you in. So let's do this. Have you been on here before?
Yeah.
You have? Okay, perfect. So let's go ahead and just get your information. So I'm just gonna ask you your name, which is
Nicole,
obviously. And then I would love to know what your age is.
38.
38. Okay, and then your physical pain or discomfort.
Lower back pain.
Lower back pain. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe, how do you rate it?
About an 8.
An 8. Whew, that's really bad. That's really strong. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with that. All right, so let's go ahead and have a quick moment of silence, and then we'll get to it. Okay, let's do this. So going forward, I'm really excited for you. This is going to be super great. So we're going to take that magnet and just release this for you. More about this. No. Do you recognize any of these emotions?
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, do we release that? Love unreceived. So love unreceived is kind of like you putting forth your love towards someone and not being reciprocated. Does that resonate with you?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go ahead. Something must have happened at age 16, right?
There's a lot that's happened.
Dang it. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
5. So this is kind of recent, within the last 3 years or so. Do we need to know more about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. Do we release that? Do another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this pain in your lower back. 1, 3. I love that you're laughing at that. Let's go ahead and release that. Release that. Do another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this pain in your lower back. Maybe 2. More about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. Do we release that? Do another emotion release now that is causing the pain in your lower back. Release that. You don't remember that one, do you? Feeling unsupported at age 4?
No.
Okay, that's okay. So
I understand why, but I don't know like specifically what would have happened, but I spiritually understand why I don't remember it.
Okay. No, that's okay. That's cool. I would love for you to elaborate.
So I come from like a very abusive background, sexually, emotionally, family was horrible. And so I'm pretty sure around that time something either happened or my mom didn't like protect us in a sense with one of her boyfriends.
That makes so much sense. That makes sense. Okay. I'm sorry that happened to you.
It's okay.
Dang.
I'm a survivor.
Yeah, you are. You're a strong. Your soul is like strong, like not like hard-headed, but like how do you describe that? Like you are a fighter. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, that makes sense. Okay, so let's keep going. So do you have another emotion release now that is causing this pain in your lower back? More about this? Yeah, somebody said resilient. That's another good word for you.
Right.
Release that. You can see these comments too, right?
Mm-hmm.
The pain lower back. Okay, you know the drill. Go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around, give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe, how do you rate the pain in your lower back?
Probably 7.
All right. So with
which I will take.
Listen, you're a little bit stubborn.
I am.
But that's okay. We can figure it out. So let's go ahead and ask, do you have a trapped emotion we can release now that's causing you to be resistant to healing with your lower back pain? Okay, we got 1, 3. Rejection. When did this reach 10, 20, 21, 18, 19, 20, age 15? We need to know more about this. Let's go ahead and release that. So release that to another emotion release now. That is causing you to be resistant to healing with your lower back. Okay. Fear. When did this reach 10, 20, 21, 19, 20, age 17? We need to know more about this. Let's go ahead and release that. Release that to another emotion release now. That is causing the pain in your lower back. Causing you to be resistant to healing with the pain in your lower back. Okay. Blaming. You have a tendency to blame yourself for other people's issues. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That needs to stop. And I know it's really hard not to, but one of the best things that I ever understood, and I actually learned this in therapy, but I hated therapy, but
right.
The one thing that I learned was other people making decisions is not your responsibility. So like if somebody goes out and you know, decides to, I don't know, go steal something, you know, regardless of what happens within their life, that is not your responsibility to take that on. Does that make sense?
It does, but when you're an empath, and yeah, excuses, I know.
Okay, but let me tell you this another analogy for you. So because you're an empath, I totally understand how that goes, because it's almost like as an empath, you're like, let me help you because I know how it feels, you know, like, you know. But think about it this way. I actually almost wore this shirt. I have merch that says observe, don't absorb. If you go into somebody's life and you try to help them with their emotional baggage by taking on that stuff, and excuse my French here, but that is their shit. It's literally like them saying, here's my problems, I need you to hold this. And it's like literally like a pile of poop, you know, like a whole pile of shit.
Right.
And it's literally like you taking that and like smearing it all over yourself, and you're just like, yes, let me feel this for you, let me help you with this. You're like, no. You need to observe their situation so that you can chime in and just be like, hey, I understand, but you know, you get to keep your stuff and I'm gonna keep me over here. And it's almost like observing their energy rather than absorbing it, because like I said, you don't want that shit all over you. It's disgusting, like right. Gross, you know. And don't get me wrong, I used to do this all the time, and I used to like become so emotionally attached to helping people. But when it's damaging yourself more than it's helping them, that's a problem.
Correct. And so I've learned that this last year, but trying to not fix, but fix that problem, it is challenging for me.
But it's not your problem to fix.
I know. I'm trying.
No, I get it, because all you want to do is help, and you feel useless sometimes. But I also personally believe that every single person here on this earth is here for a reason. I believe that, you know, you're here for a reason, I'm here for a reason. And sometimes, you know that saying, like, if you feed a man a fish, you feed him for a day, but if you teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Sometimes allowing other people to sit in their own shit and let them just figure it out teaches them teaches them to fish.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
So even though you so badly want to help somebody, sometimes the best thing for you to do is let them figure it out.
Correct.
Okay, so blaming, we're taking that blame off of you. We're going to release that. Do you release that? Do you have another emotion to release now that is causing this pain in your lower back? Okay, give me a really good stretch. You know, touch the floor, reach for the sky.
My dog's like, what are you doing, Mom?
And their choice to fish on their own or just sit there in pit is on them. Exactly. Their choice. It's their choice to figure it out or not, you know? So,
right.
And if they start getting hungry enough, they'll figure it out. Or they'll
Correct.
look it up to figure it out. So, okay. One more big deep breath. A little bit of shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it. How does that lower back feel?
So it was funny as you and I were talking about me not fixing that and just letting them kind of be like my lower back kind of warmed up. Like I actually felt hot. Like I had a heating pad or something on it. So it's probably about a 4 to a 5. And I usually have a 10. I'm usually at a 10 on a daily.
What?
Yeah.
I'll take a 4.5. That's amazing.
I'll take it
Oh
too.
my God.
I would have taken the 7.
Yeah. I guess you really needed it, right?
Yeah, I've been watching you for a while and I bought the book. So I have the emotion code book that I've been reading and
Yay!
And then I was like, okay, just jump on. I got my email. It said that you were going to be on. I'm like, just enter. And then I was like, maybe it'll be me. And then you're like, Nicole. I'm like,
Nicole.
okay. Yeah.
You were meant to be on here. Oh, I'm so happy for you.
Me too. Thank you.
Cool. Yeah, any questions?
Nope.
Perfect. Well, it was a pleasure working with you. And are you okay if I put this on my YouTube channel?
Yep.
Perfect. Yay! Okay, thanks for always watching. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good one. Bye-bye.
You too.
Yay! Oh my gosh, that was such a good session. Oh my gosh, yes, love that the email sent a reminder. So we're gonna try and do every single, I'm on both. Thank you, I really appreciate it. I was gonna get on Twitch, but for some reason it just wasn't working. We're gonna have to figure that out next week. But thank you so much for being on here, you guys. I know sending the email reminder was helpful. If you would like to get an email reminder, again, just go and enter to win and you'll get on my email list. So yes, great session. I am seriously like so happy for her. That's like, we just like almost cut it in half. Say what? Amazing. Amazing. Let's go ahead and pick another person. And this is live TikTok session giveaway. Everything happens for a reason. I totally agree with that. So you totally saved my marriage. I have to go, but so much love to you and your family so much. Thank you. Oh, that's so nice. I love it. Can you remind us about the heart wall? Yes. Okay. So really quick, for those of you who are not aware, so I believe that everybody has a heart wall. Actually, that's a lie. 93% of people have a heart wall. So if you have any of these 10 symptoms, then you probably have a heart wall. So if you have anxiety, depression, PTSD, low energy, fatigue, major health issues, cognition in life, relationship issues, and that also includes abundance and wealth issues. But if you have any of these 10 symptoms, then you probably have a heart wall. So what I do is let me explain the heart wall a little bit. So our body has a natural self-defense mechanism to protect our heart because our heart's the most important organ in the body. Without your heart, you're not getting blood to your toes, your fingers, or anything else for that matter. So basically what happens is when you go through that trauma or abuse or really stressful times in your life, your body basically like scoops up those trapped emotions that you created from your organs and it places layers over your heart, creating this wall, and which in turn creates those 10 typical symptoms. So what I do is I just like we did we released all of those trapped emotions for Nicole. We just release one emotion at a time, and it typically takes anywhere from 3 to 5 sessions, just depending on the person and the trauma that they've had. But we release one trapped emotion at a time, and once that heart wall is completely gone, then those 10 typical symptoms either go away completely or they become a lot more manageable. So that's pretty much all the heart wall is. Okay, so let's go ahead and pick a new person. So Casey, 29, grief, and 6.5. Let's go ahead and have a quick moment of silence and we will get started. So let's get started. Can I act this proxy for you, Casey? Yes. So Casey, do you have a trapped emotion we can release now that is causing this grief? Yes. Moving on 3. So sadness. When did this occur? Age 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, 16, 15. Age 15. Do we need to know more about this? How old do you have to be in order to get a session done? So you can be any age, but like it doesn't matter how old you are, but here on lives you have to be at least 18 or older. So if you want to do one-on-one sessions, everything's linked in my bio, so just so you know, you can release that. And then if you're under the age of 18, then I just need parents' permission. So okay, so sadness, I forgot to get the age on that. When did it occur? 10, 20, 29, 8, 7, 6, 5. It's about the age of 25. So 25. Okay, so do you have, Casey, do you have another trapped emotion release now that is causing this grief? Maybe on 3. Rejection. When did this occur? Page 10, 20, 29, 18, 19, 16, age 15. Do we need to know more about this? Let's go ahead and release that. I said 15 for sadness. Release that. Or 15. 15. I just didn't write it down. Okay, 15 sadness. All right. So, do you have, Casey? Do you have another trapped emotion release now that is causing the grief that you're feeling? 5. Peeved. When did this occur? 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, age 17. I need to know more about this. No. Let's go ahead and release that. To release that, do you have another emotion release now that is causing this grief? Feeling something here. 1 second. Casey, can I act this proxy for you? Casey, do you have a trapped emotion release now that is causing this grief? Maybe not 1 through 5. Dread. When did this occur? 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, age 17. I need to know more about this. No. Let's go ahead and release that. To release that, do you have another emotion release now that is causing the grief? Causing your grief. Maybe 1 through 5. So creative insecurity. Creative insecurity. When did this occur? 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, 16, age 16. We need to know more about this. Yay! And Noelle scheduled a session. Woo woo! Let's go ahead and release that. To release that, do you have another emotion release now that is causing this grief? Maybe not 1 through 5. Blaming. When did this occur? 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, age 17. Do we need to know more about this? Let's go ahead and release that. To release that, do you have another emotion release now that is causing this grief? Maybe not 1 through 3. Crying. When, so crying can be like suppressing your emotions, or I'm interested what you were feeling. I was feeling disconnected, like something was okay, this sounds really weird, but it's almost like me trying to connect to her, like she wasn't it's like almost not necessarily scared, but it's almost like it happens sometimes, just like people are like I don't know if I want to go there, kind of a thing. But as far as this grief, I feel like it's a recent thing. So I'm assuming that it's like a sensitive topic. So I'm just trying to, yeah, I'm shielded. I'm good. It's just a matter of like, I personally sense things. It's not like I'm feeling it for her, but I'm sensing it from her. Yeah. So crying can be like suppressing your emotions or the actual emotion of crying. So that's why I was like trying to figure some of this out. So, but grief, when did this occur? Okay, before the age of 10, 20, 29, 87, 65, 42, 22. Do we need to know more about this? Casey, do you recognize any of these emotions? Let's go ahead and release that. You release that to another emotion release now that is causing this this grief. Coming in 1, 3. Sorrow. When did this occur? 10, 9, 8, 7. Age 7. Yes, you do recognize them. That's awesome. We need to know more about this. Hello, how's it going? Let's go ahead and release that. Release that. Do you have another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this grief? No. Okay, so Casey, if you'll go ahead and just stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around. Give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it. So on a scale, actually, let's take a couple deep breaths because I feel like you could use some really big deep breaths. Yes, I will do that. And then, Casey, on a scale of 1 to 10, how do you rate that grief that you were feeling? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. I would say a 4. Yay! That's a big difference. I want to release a couple more. I would love to, like, if you could put in the comments if this is like a recent grief or if it's like a grief that you've been holding on to for a while. So, and you don't have to elaborate, but you can if you want to. But I'm curious to know, like, what is it that you're grieving and that you have anxiety about? So, Casey, do you have another trapped emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this grief? Maybe 1, 3. Another sorrow. Sorrow is kind of like a sad regret. When did this occur? 10, 20, 20, 19. Age 19. We need to know more about this. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? Do you have another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to the grief? Maybe 1, 3. Confusion. When did this occur? 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17. Age 17. Do we need to know more about everything? I lost both of my parents in a tragic accident on my 16th birthday. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yeah, so these emotions at age 15 and 17 are, that's what I was feeling. Dang it, I am so sorry. So the ages that we pull up are give or take a year. So age 15 and 17 are within that 16-year age. Holy crap, I'm so sorry. Aw. So let's go ahead and release that confusion. Did we release that? Do another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this grief? Ooh, that's a lot of stuff to release. Had to take on my little brother, so I have never felt like I've been able to grieve myself, you know? Aww, I'm so sorry. I am so sorry that you've had to deal with that. That's horrible. Especially for them to be taken away from you so quickly and so abruptly. I'm sorry. And you've been dealing with that for what? 13 years? I'm sorry. Hi, been a long week. Can't wait till Monday. Yes, I can't wait till Monday. That's awesome. So, Casey, if you'll go ahead and take a couple I'm crying for her. So sad, honey. I know, it's so sad. So if you'll go ahead and take some really big deep breaths. Allow yourself to kind of feel that grief. It sounds like I can understand why you wouldn't want to, but let's just take some time for you, and really actually release the emotion of grief. So let's go ahead and, just allow yourself to feel better. Allow yourself to release that grief and kind of acknowledge the emotion, to release that. Okay, so one more time, on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe, how do you rate that grief? Still a 4. Okay, that's okay. That's still amazing. From a 6.5, from a 6 or 7 to a 4. Like, that's huge. So highly recommend a tall glass of water and just lots and lots of allowing yourself to feel those emotions. So, yay! Hi.
How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited.
Yay! I'm so excited for you. Okay, so Alexa just gave you the set. I would love to know, have you watched this before?
Just once.
Just once, so you kind of know what's going on, but not really?
Right. Exactly.
Right. Okay, so basically the gist of it, we're just going to release some trapped emotions to help you feel better. That's pretty much all we're doing. So did you already enter to
Perfect.
win? Oh, there you are. Perfect. So Lori is your name. All right, so let's do this. What are we working on today? So your name is Lori. I just need your age, your pain, and your pain level.
I'm 50 and my pain level is probably, I don't know, some days worse than others, but it's really just trauma. The death of a loved one. My mom passed away at 16, and I have a lot of stiffness and just having to drink a lot more water and ground and that sort of stuff.
Okay, so if you were to pick one thing, whether it be the grief or the physical discomfort, which one would you choose?
Definitely the emotional grief, for sure.
Emotional grief. Okay, and then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe, how would you rate it?
About a 5.
About 5.
Maybe
Okay.
a 6.
6. Are you sure?
Well, I've grown a lot. At first, I would have rated a 10, but I've done some self-healing and work and some frequencies and stuff like that, so I'm okay. But I could be better.
You could be better. I hear you. So Alexa said that she is shaking because her mom passed away and she just randomly picked you.
Wow. Thank you.
Stop. That's amazing. That is so beautiful. Okay, let's go ahead and have a quick moment of silence and then we'll get to it, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right, let's do this. So, Lori, can I act as proxy for you? So, do you have a trapped emotion release now that's causing this grief with your mom? Yes. Moving on 1, 3. Sadness. When did this occur? 10, 20, 29, 28, 17, 16, 15, age 15. Do we need to know more about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. When did you say that she passed?
2016. I was 44.
2016. Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, so do you have another trapped emotion release now that is causing the grief from your mom passing? 3. Rejection. Ooh, that's actually the age. Did you feel a lot of rejection when she left? Or when she passed? Sorry.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but like more so through teenage years.
Okay, let's go ahead and release that. Release that. Do another emotion release now that is causing this grief. 5. Fear. When did this reach 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, age 17? We need to know more about this. No. Let's go ahead and release that. Release that. Do another emotion release now that is causing this grief. Yes. 3. 3. The emotion of grief. When did this reach 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 54, age 34? We need to know more about this. Let's go ahead and release that. Do you recognize any of the emotions?
How so? What do you mean?
So like, do you recognize them? Not necessarily. Huh?
What you're calling out?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay. Let's keep going then. Do you have another trapped emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this grief? 5. Dread. When did this reach 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, age 16? We need to know more about this. Let's go ahead and release that. To release, let's do another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this grief. 3. Crying. When did this reach 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, age 18? We need to know more about this. So crying can be like the emotion of crying, or it could be like suppressing your emotions. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, so let's go ahead and release. Awesome. Release that. Do another emotion release now that is causing this grief that you're feeling. Okay, so do you want to go ahead and stand up, walk around, kind of recalibrate here? Move your shoulders. Do a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it. Do it. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe, how do you rate that grief?
I just felt joy. I don't even feel grief. Awesome.
Yay!
Yay!
Yay, that's awesome. The comments are
so
twitching
good.
and glitching. I don't know. Somebody asked, was your mom's passing tragic?
It was suddenly. I mean, just like no notice. Just
It was sudden?
here. My parents had actually celebrated their 50th wedding anniversary, and we had all been to dinner, very nice dinner. And just a few days later, she started not feeling good, and we thought she just had a cold, and she just laid down and died in her sleep. So it was very sudden. And she was my best friend, my biggest fan and supporter. So
I'm so sorry. But you feel
Yeah,
a lot more joy now.
absolutely, I can't stop
Oh my
smiling.
Oh my gosh, I love that.
Yes,
I'm so
thank
happy
you so
for you.
much.
You're
Thank
so
you so
welcome.
much.
It was a pleasure. It like literally, I feel like all of these sessions tonight are like they were meant to be. So
Absolutely, and it's almost like a weight lifted off your shoulders. You can tangibly feel like lighter. The difference.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much for being on here. I really appreciate it. Am I okay to put this on my YouTube channel?
Sure.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. It was a pleasure.
I don't know how to. Here we go.
I'll kick you out. Perfect. Oh, that was amazing. For being here. Thank you, Alexa, for sharing that with, or picking her. That is so crazy that it was like meant to be. I love it. Oh my gosh. Amazing. Hello, Ryan. I don't know if I greeted you here or not, but that was some good stuff, you guys. Oh my word. We have to do another one. We have to do one more. Just one more. Let's do this for the newbies. Yes, thank you so much. I am, thank you. Thank you. You guys are so sweet. All right, so let's do this. Let's pick another winner. Dylan, it's your time. Okay, so Dylan, age 40, and then depression, lots of grief. Oh, dang it. I'm so sorry that you're dealing with that. So depression / grief. We'll kind of do one and the same. So let's go ahead and have a quick moment of silence and then we'll get started. Okay, so does it work if the pain is not present every day? Let's say it's present 4 days a week. Yeah, we can do it on a specific, like if it's about to rain, then they know because they have a migraine. I actually did that for somebody and it was insanely awesome. Like they usually get migraines right before it rains. And yeah, so it's really cool. Will this work for us listening? If you're just listening, no, I'm doing it for a specific person. So, okay, let's do this. Did we already have a moment of silence? I think we did. So, can I act as proxy for Dylan? So Dylan, do you have a trapped emotion release now that is causing your depression? Yes, give it a 1-3. Rejection. And then if you recognize any of these emotions, let us know. I would love to hear from you. So, depression, when did this occur? 10, 20, 30, 29, 4. So age 24. Do we need to know more about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. Do we release that? Do you have another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this depression? Maybe not 1-3. Sadness. When did this occur? 10, 20, 29, 18, 17. Age 17. Is it freezing for you guys? Do you need to know more about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. To release that. Do you have another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this depression and grief? Okay, 1-3. Grief, the actual emotion of grief. When did this occur? Age 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, 16. Age 16. We need to know more about this. Can't hear you, it's freezing. Okay, so if you'll just go back into if you'll go like exit out and then come back in, or like close TikTok, don't forget to follow me, close TikTok and come back in and it'll fix it for you. So yes. So let's keep going. So grief, releasing that at age 16. Did we release that? Do you have another emotion release now that is causing this depression and grief? Maybe not a 1-3. Discouragement. When did this occur? 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17. Age 17. Do we need to know more about this? Let's go ahead and release that. Release that. Do you have another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this depression and grief? Maybe not 1. Abandonment. When did this occur? 10, 20, 29, 18, 17, 16. Age 16. Do we need to know more about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. Nope, didn't work for me. Still freezing at her every word. I'm so sorry. I would assume that it's probably your internet because mine is fine and it says my connection is good. So I'm so sorry that's happening to you. I switched to YouTube because it kept freezing on TikTok no matter how many times I go out and come back in. Yeah, so if somebody will put in the comments, tell them I'm on YouTube as well. So I did that, doesn't work. Okay, so go to my YouTube channel. Everything's linked in my bio. Go to my YouTube channel and you'll be able to find me here. So let's do this. Let's keep going. So Dylan, I saw that you're still here. Perfect. So Dylan, do you have a trapped emotion release now that is causing this depression? Maybe 1-3. Self-abuse. Self-abuse is just like being really hard on yourself. So let's go ahead and ask, when did this occur? 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16. Age 16. Do we need to know more about this? Do you recognize any of these emotions, Dylan? I'm curious if you do. Let's go ahead and release that. Did we release that? Do you have another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to your depression? Maybe not 1. betrayal. When did this occur? 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, age 15. Do we need to know more about this? No. Let's go ahead and release that. To release that, do you have another emotion to release now that is causing or contributing to this depression? Maybe not a one. Betrayal. When did this occur? 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, age 18. We need to know more about this. Yes, they are hitting, but not the big griefs of recent past in the family. Oh, okay. No, that makes sense. I'm sorry that you're done with that. Let's go ahead and release that. Release that. Do another emotion release now that is causing or contributing to this depression. Yes, maybe another one. Love unreceived. When did this cover? 10, 10, 9, 8, 7. But maybe you are going deeper into me. Most of the time I'm usually going deeper than just surface level. So, yeah, so love unreceived. When did this occur? Age 10, 20, 20, 19, 18, 17. Age 15. So love unreceived, a lot of the time when you like show your love towards somebody or express your love, sometimes it's not either like reciprocated the way that you needed it, or sometimes you're just like not getting the love that you need. So let's go ahead and just release that. Do we release that? Do you have another emotion we can release now that is causing or contributing to this depression? Okay, go ahead and stand up, walk around, take 10 steps, move your shoulders around, move your neck around, give me a little shimmy, a little bit of twerking. Get it, get it, get it. I'm just kidding. And then, I need this in my life. Yes! Welcome, welcome. I think your name is Stacy. Welcome, Stacy. So, go ahead and take one more big deep breath. And then on a scale of 1 to 10, 1 being the lowest, 10 being the most severe, how do you rate the depression or grief feeling that you have? 1 being the lowest and 10 being the most severe. I feel a lot of shifts happening for you, which is interesting. A 2 or a 3, oh my gosh, 2.5. We'll do happy middle. That's still a huge difference. We cut it in like more than half. Yay! So that's literally all we do. We just release trapped emotions from your body and you feel better physically, mentally, emotionally, and even spiritually. So pretty cool, huh? Woo! I am seriously like so happy for you. So happy. Woo, woo. My head feels clear. Yes! Oh my gosh, I love it. I love it.